Good evening, everyone, and I welcome all of you in the Daily International webinar series. Veer Maheshwar Charitable Trust organizing this webinar series. It's running from last 5 years, and speakers from India and abroad are invited daily, and they are delivering their topic as per their field of study. Today, we have invited Dr. T. Lalitha Madam, who is professor at Presidency University, Bangalore, and her topic of presentation is the statics made easy with R. So she is from technical side, so this topic is useful for all to know about the statistics aspects which can be made easy with the software or that parameter R. I welcome you, ma'am, and all the participants, those who are joined here, and I request you can deliver your topic now. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good evening to all. And I thank Dr. BETKAR sir for organizing and inviting me here. And once again, thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. I will start the session now. I will going to deliver about the statistics that is made easy with the R tool. I will share the session. I share my PPT now. Yeah. So nowadays it's very easy for analyze the statistical report by using that R tool. R is one of the programming language and is one of the data science tool also. Nowadays so many students, researchers, professionals and engineers so all applying that R tool for visualizing the data and for analyzing the data. So it harnesses the power of R to transform the raw data into meaningful insights through sophisticated statistical analysis and visualization. And R is one of the high-level programming language, and it is one of the statistical tool. So it's normally it is the author of that R is it is developed by the Rose Ihaka and then Robert Gentleman in the 1990s. So it is developed from the S programming languages. As we all know, we studied different number of programming languages, right? So even the school students also, like sixth, seventh, and standard students also studying about that Python and latest data analysis programming languages. So now that R is also used for finding some mathematical operations and solving some statistical functions very easy. Let us see one by one. So what is R? It is a leading tool for machine learning and data analysis and allowing for the easy creation of objects, functions and packages. So yeah, nowadays the AI is a leading topic nowadays, right? So machine learning, it means what? It learns from the data. It understands from the data. So machine learning, it is a subset of the artificial intelligence, right? Normally we can predict the data by using some machine learning algorithms. We are having some supervised and unsupervised and reinforcement learning algorithms. So we can normally find the house price predictions by using machine learning algorithms, and we can predict that some data values and predict the diseases, predict the heart-based diseases, predict the cardiac diseases, predict the plant diseases, right? So normally by using that machine learning algorithm, nowadays we predict the data easily. Yeah. So, and it is a platform independent and open source. So platform independent means what? So the R language, the R tool, so you can execute the R program in different number of operating systems like Windows, and you can also run your R code in Linux operating system and in the Linux and also in Macintosh operating systems, right? And it is called open source, right? What's the meaning of open source? So it's free to download. You can easily download the software freely. That is the meaning of open source. So under the GNU license, we can install that R tool in the CRAN website, right? That is one of the CRAN, that is a convolutionary website, and it makes it accessible for use across all operating systems without licensing costs. That is the open source, right? So as we all know, there are two types, right? Open source and then closed source. So Windows is normally is a closed source. Why? So the owner can able to solve that errors, clear that error, right? Windows is one of the closed source operating system, and Linux is one of the open source operating system. So here we are having different number of languages, right? Python, R, C, C++, Java, C Sharp, Ruby, etc. Right? So, but both Python and R is platform independent and open source. So everyone, each persons can able to download the software freely in some search engines like Google. And what's it? Open source? It's free to download, free to access the software, free to modify the software, free to view the software, free to redistribute the software. That's the meaning of open source. Okay. And or it is integrated with other languages like C and C++. It facilitating interactions with various data sources and statistical tools. Like in today's session, I will show some of the statistical programs by using that R Studio. I will run the code in some software packages, right? Yeah. Next. So it is a powerful and open source for statistical computing, and it's used for everything from basic descriptive statistics to advanced machine learning and predictive modeling. It's supported by an extensive collection of specialized packages. So it's nowadays we are using some descriptive statistics, right? So see. Most of the students nowadays, they're getting the job related to the data science field, right? So various opportunities for students and researchers. Some data engineers post we are having, and they are recruited for the data analyst and machine analyst, Python analyst, R programmer, right? So various number of job lists are available. So whenever you analyze the data, then you must know about the descriptive statistics. So if you are solving the data set, then first we need to show some statistical information. So how to show some statistical informations of our data set or data frame? So by using that summary. Summary is one of the model, right? Summary is one of the functions in R programming. By using that summary, it can list full details about it. It gives a full statistical reports of the data set. Suppose if you want to find the prediction of plant diseases, then it will list all the details, right? It will list some minimum values and maximum values. Okay, so first, whenever we load the data set, first before the load the data set, we must understand about the features. There are two features, independent and then dependent features. So I will explain in the program. So next slide. So it is a powerful tool for statistical, and it is used to analyze and visualize the data. So it is mostly embraced by statisticians, data scientists, and researchers. So R language, it offers an extensive suite of packages and libraries. It's for data manipulation, statistical modeling, and visualization. It is an implementation of the S programming languages. It also combines with lexical scoping, semantics inspired by Scheme. Moreover, the project was conceived in 1992, and the initial version released in 1995, and a stable beta versions in 2000s. Yeah. So data who users are. Yeah. So most of the career opportunities with are told some of the job titles are data scientist, statistical engineer. If you are studied at R, then various list of number of job opportunities are available in LinkedIn and some other websites. So some of the job list are statistical engineer, data analyst, information analyst, R programmer, data architect, database administrator, geostatisticians, researcher, business intelligence, etc. Quantitative, qualitative, categorical analyst, R statisticians. So many job titles are available, right? Yeah. Yeah, what are the key capabilities? It offers effective tools and libraries with the deploy R package. So I already told about that R is one of the data analysis tool, right? So before analyzing the data, we can manipulate. So yeah, later I will take one example. So if you want to find the student result, right? So if you're running the any organization, university or college organization, we need to predict the students' data, right? So how to predict the student result data? First, we need to collect that historical data. So where we need to collect the data, you can normally, if you want to do any projects or data analysis, so we can collect the data from Google's or collect from data from researchers or statisticians, or we can collect the data from faculties or families or friends or any social network, right? So if you want to find the prediction of students' result data, then we need to collect that historical data, right? That is the first step. Data collection is the first step. So if you are performing some projects by using Python and R, so we need to follow the same steps, right? The first step is what? That is the data collection. So we can collect the data from various sources, right? And the next step is what? So data manipulations. You can manipulate the data by using this deployr package. Deployr is one of the data manipulation tool in our software, right? So it is used for manipulating. You can select some columns from the data set. So that's the use of deployr. So before using the deployr functions, we must install the packages of deployr, and then you need to load the library of the deployr packages. We are having different packages in R, right? TidyR, deployr, ggplot2, and then iris data set, and diamond data set, and woman data set, air quality data set, MPG data set, MTCAR data set. More number of data sets are available, right? So these are all the inbuilt data set. So just you can load the data set, and then you can apply the statistical functions. So finally you can visualize the data, right? So yeah, what I told, if you want to do any predictions or any project by using Python and R, the first step is what? Data collections, and then data manipulation. The third step is what? So before using the, before applying that data manipulation, we need to find the null values. That is the data pre-processing. Data pre-processing means what? It's finding the missing values, right? So suppose if your Excel data or your database or your XML files, it contains some null values or any missing data values out there. First, you need to clean the data, right? After cleaning the data, we can effectively analyze the best data also, right? So what are the process of data analysis? The process of data analysis, what? First data collection, next data pre-processing, next data manipulations, and then next data analysis. R is also one of the data analysis tool. You can analyze the data by using that ECR or R tools also. So after analyzing data, next you need to present the data in the form of reports or graphs or charts, right? So how to present the data? By using the data visualization concept. Yeah. So what is the use of R? We can collect the data easily. We can manipulate the data easily. We can analyze the data easily. We can finding the missing values easily, and then we can analyze the data, and finally we can visualize the data. So these are all the major steps for projects or for applying the statistics in your project. So what's the meaning of descriptive statistics? So you can quickly summarize the main features of a data set using built-in functions. So mean, median, and mode. What's the meaning of mean, median, and mode? So mean, it is used to find the total and average. So how to find the average and grade of the students? We need to find the total of all subjects and then take the average, right? So by here we are having this inbuilt function. Mean, it is used to find the total and average of 5 different marks. Okay. And what's the median? It is used to find the middle value. So mode, it also one of the statistical functions, right? So there are 3 statistical functions in R: mean, median, and mode. What is meant to be mode? It finds the largest number of scores. Okay. And yeah. So some of the statistical concepts are variance, standard deviation, range, interquartile range, right? So what's the meaning of standard? What's the formula for standard deviation? That's a square root of summation of x minus xi whole square divided by n minus 1. This is a formula of standard deviation. If you want to find, or if you want to solve that mathematical, then we need to solve. It takes some different number of steps. It takes some more time also, right? So for better, nowadays we are using the Python and R tool for easily managing the statistical related data, right? So how to find that standard deviation in R? So by using the SD function. just apply that SD function for standard deviation. What's the meaning of variance? That's the square root. That's the square of standard deviation is called the variance. How to find the variance in R programming? Just apply the VAR functions, right? So before showing this theoretical concept, I will open the tool packages software. I will describe some of the simple statistical programs now. Yeah, I think it is visible. Sir, is it visible? Can I zoom? Yeah, yeah. So here, see, we are having some data, right? So what are the data? So how to create the data? So here, there are some list of values. So this is called as vector. Normally it is called as vector. Vector, it is used to store some values. Okay. So I think you heard about C, C++, and Java and some other programming languages. So before solving the program, so first we need to understand about that what is a variable and what is a data and what is the functions, operators, operands and all, right? So what is the use of computer? It is used to solve some mathematical operations and statistical operations also. It is solve the problem, right? It is used to solve that mathematical problems, business related problem, statistical, provide the statistical report, right? So if you want to solve the problem, first we need to give that input to the computer, right? So how to provide that input? By using some variables. The variables, it is used to store some values. A variable can store some integer values or float values or string values, right? A variable can store the name, the value, and the variable can also store that age value. The variable can also store that address value. A variable can also store that mail value, right? So here the X is called as a variable, right? So here this X is called as a vector. This is called as numerical vector. It is used to store some numerical values. What are the values I am storing here? 12, 7, 3, 4.2, 18, 2, 54 and etc. Right? So how to create a vector X, or otherwise you can apply equal to operator also, or apply left assignment operator, or apply right assignment operator also, right? So in this languages only we are using three operators for assigning the values to the variables. In some other languages, normally we can use only that equal to operator for assigning the values to the variables. So here there are three operators, right? How to store the values to the variables? By using three assignment operators. What are they? Equal to, leftward assignment operator, and rightward assignment operator. Here the C is called as a combined. C means what? It combined. It combined the values. It combined the numerical values, right? So now we can assign the data, assign the input to this X variable. So how to find the mean of this X vector? Just apply the statistical functions. Mean. This is one of the built-in functions for finding the total and average of all those values, right? Just it takes the addition and then finally finding the average of the X values. Let's see. I will execute this code. So here you can see that output in this window. Next, I am going to execute this line. So print of result dot mean. This is an output variable, right? This is a result variable. This is an output variable. Simply you can use that result or R1 or R anything, right? So the output of that mean value is stored into that result variable. This is called output variables. So how to print the result? By using this print statement, right? So in some other languages, in C, we are using the printf. In C++, we are using cout statement. In Java computer programming languages, we are using the system.out.println. In PHP, how to print the values? By using both echo and print, right? In JavaScript, how to print the values? By using the document.write and some message boxes also, right? So how to print the values in R software? Print is one of the output statement for printing the values. I am running this code. Let's execute this code. Let me see that out. Variable by using that median function. Mean is one of the built-in function, median is one of the built-in function, and then mode. Mode, we can not directly apply that mode. So we are use some apply some other packages also. So I will execute this line. So what's that median value? 5.6. Okay. Yeah. So here we can, yeah, data frame, it is one of the data structures in our software. By using data frame, it can store some different number of values, different number of integral values and float values and string values, right? So data frame. So how to create the data frame? By using this keyword, right? So in this data frame, we can use to add the score values, or you can create some other variables also for storing some other floating point values. The data frame, it can accept some different number of variables. So here I'm using only one variable. Here you can use some other ground operations, and if you are using that sport, then you can apply that sports quota equal to and apply some, store some values also, right? So this is the data. This is your input. This is your input. So how to store that these input values? Either by using data frame or either by using that vector, right? Vector is also one of the data structure, and data frame is also one of the data structure. Normally data structure means what? It is used for organizing and storing the data, right? So normally in some other languages, we are using some int, float, char, unstring, signed char, unsigned char, double, decimal, etc. Right? So here we are having different number of data structures: list, tuple, data frame, and we can store the data values, a million number of data values in the Excel sheets, right? It can store large number of data sets. That's a special in R. What's a special in R tool? Is used for statistical analysis, and it is used for data manipulation, and it is used for data visualization. So how to visualize your data? Here we are having some package. The package name is ggplot2. The full form of ggplot2 is grammar of graphics. So it's one of the data visualization tool. So here in this tool, we are having some bar chart. We can create some bar chart. And if you are doing any research or MPhil or PhD or any research by MTech or some UG or PG students, then so the better tool is R. It provides and it creates a graph easily, right? So it support different number of plots by using the ggplot. So in Python, normally we are using that matplotlib. In Excel sheet, we are normally in before 30 years, normally we are using that Excel sheet for creating some about research results and all, right? If you are submitting your project report and PhD research report or PDF report, then we can create the result and we can create that bar chart and pie chart by using that Excel sheet. So that's nowadays not the fancy method, right? Today, the current method is R and program. So easily you can create that result, your research result by using this ggplot2 packages. Okay. So here I created some inputs, datas. So here you can find that mean. So here we are having only one variables. If the data frame, it contains some different number of variables, then how to find that particular mean for that particular variable? So just apply the dollar symbol, data, dollar symbol, and score, right? So this is your input variable, and this is your column variable. Okay, this is called the column variable, and you can find that medium by using this type of statement also. So this is one of the how to find that mode by using that get mode function, right? So what are the three statistical functions in our mean, median, and mode? What are the other statistical functions? We are having summary is also one of the statistical function, and standard deviations and variance, and you can find the quartiles, and we are lot of mathematical operations and statistical operations there. By using the built-in function, we can solve the problem easily, right? Next, I will show that. Yeah, so this is a simple code, right? So if you are, yeah, what is the use of computer? Normally we are having some different components, right? What are the components of the computer? Input, process, and output. So what is the use of computer? It doing some arithmetic and logical operations, right? So before doing that operations, we need to give that, provide that input to that system. So how to give the input to the system? We are having some input statements in C language. Scanf is one of the input statement. It can accept some input values from the users. Okay. So how to give the input in our software? By using the read line statement. It is one of the input statement. This is the message. Without that message also, you can give that input for the name variable. Here there are two variables, name and age. Variable means what? It is used to store some values. So before processing, before printing that variables, you need to give that input in the system, right? So where, we are having some input devices like a keyboard, right? By using through the keyboard, you can provide that input. Or otherwise, by using the assignment operator, you can directly give the input values to that variable also, right? This is one of that method. Readline, it accepts the input from the user through the keyboard, right? And age is one of the variable and it can accept that input through the keyboard. So here there are two different variables. So how to print these two different variables? By using this print statement. Okay, this is a simple code. And next, yeah. So sequence of 20, it provides a sequence of numbers from 20 to 50. And it find the mean value from 20 to 60. And it find the sum of numbers from 51 to 91. Right? What's the sequence of numbers from 20 to 50? So this is an output. How to find the mean of numbers from 20 to 60? That is the mean of, what is the statement you have to apply? Print mean of 2060. Later I will show in that R Studio. So later I will execute this code now. See the result. So what's the result? It start with 20 and end with 50, right? And then next code is, so how to find the mean value of 20 to 60? Yeah, so 40. Okay, so this is the simple code. I will show some other programs. Yeah, so you can easily find that positive or negative numbers, right? Later I will take one data set. Later I will explain. So how to predict by using some algorithms and what are the statistical functions also. Let me see one by one. Yeah. So this is a statistical operations, right? Find the mean value of x, find the median value of x, and this is also the another method. So if you want to find that mode, then you need to install these packages, modest packages, right? Modest packages. So before using that built-in function, so just install that packages by using this keyword, and you need to load the library of that modist packages. So then only it can find that mode easily. Okay, how to find the variance? By using that VAR functions. This is the input we are passing. There are 4 values, right? The 4 values are stored in X input. So you can give some other RT also. Then find the variance of RT variable, right? VAR, it is used to find the variance. This is one of the simple statistical functions in R. We can run the statements line by line. And then what is it? The variance of these values? 41.667, right? What is the meaning of variance? It is the square of the standard deviation, right? And next you can find the STD of RT also. The standard deviation of RT value is what? 6.45. So what's the formula of the standard deviation? Square root of x minus I square, square root of summation of x minus xi whole square and divided by n minus 1. Right? Variance, it is a square root of that standard deviations. Okay. And yeah, what's the name of that function for standard deviation? ST. How to find that variance? By using VAR. How to find that maximum and minimum value? By using that max and min. So just give that max of x and min of x, right? So let run this statement and execute the next statement. It find that maximum value, which is a maximum value in this set 20. So how to find that minimum value? By using that min, right? So let execute this code. So what's the minimum value? 5. So the output window. So here in this window, you can type the code, and then in this window it can show that output. And this is this right window is called about some environment and history details. If you want any load the data set, then the variables it can be displayed in this window, right? And suppose if you want to create any plot, or if you want to show some visualization, then this area is going to work here. Okay, next. So this is a simple statistical operations: mean, median, mode, variance, standard deviations, minimum and maximum, and next you can find the range of x. So the range of x is what? The starting value is 10 and then the ending value is 40. Next, yeah, this is a summary statistics. So the summary statement is what? What's the use of this function? It can give that full statistical information about your data, or about your data set, or about your vector, or about your what Excel sheet also, right? So here we are having some values, data values, 5 different numbers. These are all the input, right? All the values are stored in X. Now I am going to find the summary of X. So summary means what? It gives a full statistical details about this X variable, about these data values. The summary of X, it provides that minimum value, and it provides that maximum also, and it calculate it finding that quartile, first quartile, second quartile, and it returns some mean values also, right? So see the result. After executing the statement, so what output is showing here? So minimum value is 10, maximum value is 50, and it find a first quartile, third quartile, mean value, and median value, right? It gives a full statistical information about your data set or data frame. So this is another statistical functions. So how to find the quartiles? By using this quantile functions. Let's execute this code. Yeah. So it start with 0% and end with 100%, right? It lists all 25% quartile, 50% and 75% quartile, right? So it is used to find the quartile by using this quantile functions, not quartile, quantile functions. So how to create a simple bar chart? See here. So here that X variable, it contains 4 values. Now it is going to create that bar plot. It is one of that plot type. Already I mentioned different number of plot we are having, right? Bar plot, line plot, and box plot, and scatter plot, and histogram, etc. Right? So various different types of plots are available. So if you want to create a plot, you can use that ggplot2 also. Is one of the data visualization tool. So here the first parameter, it should be your data values. This is the variable name. So here this main equal to bar chart. It's showing the title, right? It's a title of that figure. It's showing some setting the title of the plot figures. And next COL, it is show with some sky blue color. The plot, it is in sky blue color. Let's see the result here. So in this window, so it can execute this. See? So bar chart. What's the main title? Bar chart. What's the color of the plot? Blue color, right? So here, this is at X values. It starts with 0 and end with 20. Yeah, this is a simple box plot, bar plot or box plot. So any plot you can create, all right? So there are different number of plots we are having. It's very easy in R. Yeah. So next you can find the frequency distribution of numerical values also. Histogram is also one of the plot. So what's the color of the histogram? Light green. Okay. And the main title you can change as per your wish. So plot type. Let execute the statement, see the result. What's a plot type? This is a histogram. This is the histogram. It generate or it find a frequency distribution of numerical values. So this is one of the visualization tool. Let I will let I will explain later. We take one simple data set, built-in data set, woman data set. Then we can find the predict the or generate or predict the weight or height of that woman input variables. It's takes some time for opening that file. I think yeah. See here, this is yeah. So here we can assign the values by using that vector, right? So whenever you store the values by using the C, then it is called as vector, right? This is a numerical vectors. So otherwise, you can use that inbuilt data set also. See here, let I will show that and explain this code. Yeah. So we are having some different packages already. I listed some different R libraries, right? What are they? ggplot2 and tidyr, and then iris dataset, woman dataset, air quality, mpg, mtcos, etc. Right? If you want to work with air quality or air passenger dataset, first you need to install the packages. So here now we are going to find the predictions, right? So how to find the prediction of diseases, heart, cardiac disease, or find the student result, or find the weight of a woman person or height of a woman person. Then first we need to install that packages, right? So ggplot2 is one of the data visualization tool. First you need to install these packages. So then only you can apply the data visualization plot type. Otherwise, it can't load. So just select this statement and press the run button. Then it will load it here. So you can install that R by using the CRAN website also. After install that packages, just load that library of ggplot2. So here that woman data set, right? So woman is one of the inbuilt data set. Let execute this statement. See here. So data of woman. Next, you can use this head of woman. Yeah. See here, the head is one of the functions for listing some 4 records, right? So in that woman data set, we are having different number of records. So how to retrieve that and how to show that first 4 records? Just give that comma 4. If you want to show or if you want to list some first 10 records, then you can give that comma 10. So execute this, then it can list some 10 records, 10 observations here, right? Head statement, it is used to print first 10 records of the woman data set. Woman is one of the inbuilt, already they defined in woman data set what are the variables we are having, height and then weight. So these variable is called as quantitative variables. There are 2 types of variables. If you want to apply data science or if you want to study machine learning or finding predictions or any deep learning or doing some data analysis, then you must know about the variables, quantitative variables, qualitative variables, dependent variable, independent variable, what nominal variable, ordinal variable, predictor variable, output variable, response variable, input variable, etc. Right? So here this is that inbuilt data set. Here the in woman data set, it having only the 2 variables, having 2 input values, height and weight. So this variable is called as quantitative. Quantitative means what? So if you are storing some numerical values, then this type of variable is called quantitative. If you want to store some categorical or label or group values, then that variable is called as categorical, or otherwise it is called as qualitative variable. Can you give some example? Can you? Yeah. So let's see some example of qualitative. Qualitative, like the students can select either BTech or MTech. In university, in colleges, we are having some different number of programs, right? In PG programs, we are having MTech and then MPA and MCA and PhD courses and all, right? So this is an example, right? The course details, the course type, the course category is called as categorical, or otherwise it is called as qualitative variables. Okay, yeah. So the head statement. So what's the meaning of head? It is used to print the first 10 records of the woman data set. So how to load that woman? By using the data of woman. So how to print the last 2 records of woman data set? Woman, comma 2. So it printed the last 2 records. See, it printed that last 2 records. Okay, yeah. So yeah. So this is that woman data set. I'm going to use that linear regression model. So what's the meaning of regression? Different number of machine learning algorithms we are having, supervised, unsupervised. In supervised, there are 2 types, right? Regressions and classification. By using the regression and classification, we can find the prediction easily. And by using that unsupervised, you can use some clustering techniques also, right? So what's the difference of supervised and unsupervised? In supervised, we can load the data with both the input and output, right? That's a supervised. We are using some labeled values. In unsupervised, we can't use that labeled values. They are using that unlabeled data, right? Yeah. So in that unsupervised, there are 2 types of algorithm: classification, not that classification, clustering, and then associations. Okay. So like this is one of that model, linear regression model. This is one of that machine learning model, right? So you can, yeah, if you want to study data analysis or data manipulations or any concept, then it's very easy for implementing the code by using the Python, R and Tableau. Here in R and Python, we are using the statement. Here we need to type the code and we need to execute, right? But in Tableau, so that's a guide tool. So without statements, we can run the code, we can run the visualizations very easily in Tableau. Within a second, you can do the project. Within a second, you can analyze the data. Within a second, you can visualize your model, right? Yeah, this is a linear regression model. This is one of the machine learning algorithm. If you want to analyze the data, apply this linear regression model also. So what's it special? What's the use of machine learning? Find the data easily, analyze the data easily. It's predict the data, right? So by using that past experience, we can easily predict the data. That's the use of that machine learning. That linear regression is one of the machine learning model. What's it regression? What's it linear regression? The formula for linear regression is what? Y tilde operator x. What's the formula for equation linear regressions? Y equal to mx plus c. That y is called as a dependent variable. X is called as an independent variable. The dependent variable is dependent on independent variable, right? So here this is called as dependent variable and this is called as independent variable. How to predict the weight of your woman? How to predict the weight of the woman candidate, woman person? So by using that height variable, based on that height, right? Based on that height value, we can easily find a weight of a woman persons. That's a formula for that linear regression. Here the data model is what? The data set name is what? Woman. So this is called as keyword. If you are analyzing the iris data set or diamond data set, then you need to give that data equal to diamond, data equal to iris. If you want to analyze a car data set, then you can give the data equal to MPG or data equal to MT cars. If you want to find that prediction of air quality data set, then you can give the data equal to air quality. This is one of the parameter. You must pass this parameter, right? So then only you can easily find the prediction by using the name of the data set. What's the formula for linear regression? LM of weight tilde operator height. What's the full form of LM? Linear model. Linear model, it is used to find the relationship between the two variables. That is the meaning of linear regression. Linear regression is one of the machine learning model. So by using R, we can solve that machine learning problems easily, right? We can solve the deep learning also easily. So by using Python also, we can able to find the prediction, we can analyze the data, we can visualize the data, right? So what's the formula for linear regression? LM of Y tilde operator X. For full form of LM is what? Linear model. What is mean to be linear regression? It's find the relationship between the two variables. If there is only one independent, then this type of regression is called linear regression. If it's finding the predictions based on some three different or one or more independent variables, then that type of regression is called as multiple regression model. Okay, see here, later I will execute the statements now. Yeah. So what's the use of summary? It gives a full statistical report of this model, of this woman data set, right? So based on these variables, then it will generate that mean value, right? And then minimum value and maximum value. So see that output here. So LM, the formula is what? This. So the output is what? The minimum value, the maximum value, first quartile, third quartile, and median value. So it providing some standard deviation values also, right? It's listing some coefficient. So this is a full statistical report of the woman data set. Yeah. So next. So here we are having height equal to 65,70. So how to predict the weight for a given height? So the woman height values is what? 65 and 70. So how to predict that weight of that given to input high values? So predict is one of the keyword for predicting the linear regression model, right? Let execute line by line. Execute this. There is, yeah. The predicted weight value is what? 136 and then 153. So next, so how to plot the data and regression line? Now you are going to display, you can show your output in the form of plot type, right? Normally in Excel, you can create a bar chart and pie chart. You need to give the X values and Y values and all. So here, so what's the name of the data visualization tool? ggplot. What's the full form of ggplot? Grammar of graphics. Grammar of graphics, right? The first parameter is about your data or data set or vector or data frame. Okay. And next, AES. AES, it's an aesthetics. The aesthetics, by using aesthetics, you can define that X and Y values, right? So X values coefficient and then Y coefficient values. By using aesthetics, you can define or define the plot. You can set the size of the plot. You can set the shape of the plot. You can set the color of the plot.
right? So aesthetic is gives some beautiful styles for your data values. Okay, so ggplot, this is the parameters you can pass this to, and by using this plus operator, next you can various number of geometrical objects. Geom underscore point, it is used to create a scatter plot. So how to find a relationship of two numerical variables? Here the variable values is what? Height and weight is two numerical values. What the values are storing here? 65 and 70, the weight values and height values, right? We are using, yeah, normally see here. So in this woman data set already they defined some values also. So we are not storing these values. Already they built, already they defined, right? So there are, it's storing some two different numerical values. So how to find the difference between two variables? By using this geom underscore point. This is one of the plot, right? This is one of the visualization tool. This is one of the geometrical types, geometrical attributes. We are having geom underscore point, geom underscore line, and yeah, geom underscore curve, different, so many number of geometrical objects we are having. So now I am going to find the scatter plot. This is another method, right? So just create the geometrical point and it can create some surfaces. The method is what? Linear regression. The color of the plot is red and the title of that plot is linear regression. The title of that X is height. The title of that Y is weight, right? So let's see, let I execute this code. Just see the result. Yeah. Yeah, this is a plot, right? So if you are doing any PhD or research or MCO or MTech or any projects for analyzing any data set, just apply this R tool. So within 1 hour, not 1 hour, if you are experienced in this tool or tool, you can generate the results within a second or within a minute, right? See, so this is the line plot, right? So how to create a scatter plot? By using this geom underscore point. So just it's find the scatter plot. So how to find the scatter plot in R? Geom underscore point, right? By using the ggplot tool, just apply the geom underscore point for finding the relationship between that X and Y. Here the X values indicates the height and then the weight it shown in that Y axis, right? So how to display the title? By using that labs keyword. Okay, so the plot color is what? This is the red color. So it's fit your regression model. It fit a line, okay, in that graph. So that's a special in that R code. Yeah. Let I will. So various examples we are having. Just I'll take some simple examples and then I explain the data set. Yeah, later. Yeah. So to the descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. So find how to find the measure of central tendency by using mean, median, and mode. How to find the variability by using variance, ST, and range. So how to represent in a graphical way by using histogram, box plot, pie chart, and scatter plot, and bar plot, and histogram, and yeah, some line plot also. So how to find the inferential statistics? So you can do some regression analysis. So in this session, let I explain some basis concept of statistical in R, and I explain some machine learning concept also. How to find the regression, how to find the relationship between the two variables, how to predict the weight and height of your persons, and what's the meaning of linear regression and machine learning regressions and all, and also describe about it, find the quartile and what's its summary and head and tail functions. Let I will. So it will take some more hours. I will. Yeah, I will start this session. Sir? Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
Good evening, sir. Dr. BETKAR, sir, and good evening, ma'am. Wonderful presentation you have made about the statistics.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you.
from medical profession, and we are also using biomedical statistics for various reasons, and to calculate the problem, what is the magnitude of the problem, and what are the sources required, and what are the solutions required. And no doubt the data, is very important for us. If there is no data, we cannot, get information, and from information, we will not get intelligence, I think. So data is one of the very important variable. I learned a new thing, that tool you have talked about. I will try it. And if
Okay.
I find any kind of difficulty, I will come to you again
Definitely.
once again and I will ask about
It's very
this.
easy, sir. You can download that, install that software by using the CRAN website, CRAN website. It's a free only. It's an open
Right.
source software only. It's easy, sir.
If you can put it in the group, so I can get that exactly in
Okay, sir.
the.
Definitely, sir.
And I think we are dealing with all these, what you have gone with mean, mode, median, and then standard deviation, mean deviations we are going with. Chi-square test we are using in our practices.
Oh, okay.
Compare the potential of two remedies.
Oh,
And we are going with the statistical presentations, what you have correctly said, that bar chart and
yes.
frequency,
Yes.
polygon, or some, all
Yeah.
histogram. So we are using this, and it is very useful lecture today. It is really, you have gone in a depth and talked about the aspects, various aspects. That is a wonderful thing,
Yes.
and really appreciate, that such kind of discussion should be there, because statistics, some people get aversion to the statistics, and especially while watching the formulas, various formulas,
Yes.
and when we make them friend, they become very easy.
That is.
But I think, today I think Dr. Betkar sir born with this lecture, and I felt, very necessary that we should have such a kind of a wonderful sessions. So I think we can have improvise our statistical knowledge. So with this note, I will conclude. Very important thing is, I go with crude death rate. We are finding out, and when we are comparing the death tolls. So if the number may differ, but when we go with crude death rate, it becomes comparable. So we are using all these techniques. So it is really wonderful to have such a kind of knowledge. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Sir. Thank you
And
for
please let me
your.
know those, the sites. We will try our level best to work out with
Yes,
the
sir. Like
sites.
I will share that website, sir. Definitely, sir.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you for your wishes.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Let I delivered some web technologies and website creations and machine learning, AI, deep learning, and nearly 25 years of experience in this academic field. Let I am ready to deliver some more sessions, sir. You can invite, sir. Thanks for your invitation. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Can I leave the session, sir? Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
आजचं सेशन खूप छान झालं सर.